Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python tutorial series. In today's video, we will be learning how to write a Python function. Functions are a key concept in programming and are essential for organizing and reusing a code. So without further ado, let's dive in. A function is a block of code that performs a specific task. That's simple. Function allow us to break down a complex problem into a smaller and more manageable pieces. They also help you to avoid repeating code and make your program more efficient and easier to maintain. In Python, we define a function using def keyword followed by a function name and a pair of parentheses. Let's start with a simple example. We will create a function called greet that print a greeting message. So write def To call this function, we simply write its name followed by a parenthesis. So what we have to write? Greet and a parenthesis. Then when I save this and run, it print hello world. Now what if we want to customize the greeting message? Suppose we want to send greeting message to an individual person. So how to do that? In that case, we can use parameter. Parameter are the variable that can use to pass value into a function. Let's modify our greet function to accept a name as a parameter. So inside here, I'm gonna write name, then since I'm printing a variable, I enclose that with a curly braces, then write name. Or you can also print the same thing like this way also. Now if I run this, first of all I have to save. Sorry, here we have error. I also have to provide the name in a while calling the function. That's my fault. I'm gonna write my name Nauraj, save this and call, and here you can see it print hello world and also hello Nauraj. I think I need to give here a space where I can give, I think here, if I save and run. Sometime you might want to provide a default value for our function parameter, and this can be done by assigning a default value to the parameter in a function definition. So to do this, I have to write name equal to, let's say ram, not a ram, and let's say I forget to provide a name here. Now I'm gonna save this, run it, and it's a hello ram, even though we haven't provided a name here. But if I provide a name, it will print the value. It will print the value which user provided. But if it's not provided, the default value will be printed. Now let's talk about the multiple parameter and a return statement. Function can also have a multiple parameter and a return values. Let's create a function called add that will take two numbers as an input and return their sum. So what I have to write? Def add, we're taking two parameter, then in result we assign a plus b, then we return the result. Now we can call this function and store the return value in a variable. At last, let's talk about scope. One important aspect of function is to understanding the variable scope. In Python, variables have different scopes depending on where they are defined. There are two main types of scopes, local and global. Local scope. A variable created inside a function belongs to a local scope of that function and can only be used inside that function. For example, now guess what will happen if I run this code? Let's see. When we try to print local variable inside a function, it print 10. But when we try to print the same local variable but outside the function, it gives us error. It says the local variable is not defined. That means the local variable is not defined outside. It is only defined for inside. It can only be used inside. We cannot use outside of the function. Another variable scope is global scope. Variable defined outside the function or at the top level of the script belong to the global scope. For example, now we can use a global variable inside a function and outside a function. It can be accessed from anywhere. And that's it for today's tutorial on writing of Python function. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more Python related tutorial. If you have any question or suggestion, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and happy coding.